As a real estate agent in 2021, you have to have a digital marketing strategy. And in this video, I'm going to show you how agents are dominating their markets by leveraging a content marketing strategy on YouTube. Now, this video is going to help you attract massive amounts of leads and closings for free. I've helped other agents and top teams with this exact same strategy, and agents I've worked with who were selling 20 homes a year have now moved into the multiple seven figures. Now, when it comes to YouTube, I've actually helped agents build pipelines in as little as 90 days, helping them produce 5 to 10 deals a month just from YouTube. Now, I want to say full disclosure, those results are not typical, and it is more achievable to grow to that level within 12 months of you starting your channel. What's going on, everybody? It's Michael Reese, a digital marketing expert, an agent, a real estate coach. I teach realtors, team leaders, and brokers how to grow their real estate businesses through digital marketing, content creation, and social media. If you want proven strategies that will get you more leads, help you close more deals, and scale your team, you're gonna love this video, so keep watching. And make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. I put out new content every single week that will help you turn strangers into clients and build a business that works harder for you than you do for it. Now, did you know that 30% of all mobile traffic belongs to YouTube? It's the #1 search engine in the world. It is also the second most trafficked website behind Google. Now, YouTube was founded in February of 2005 by a former PayPal employee above a pizzeria in California. In less than 2 years, they sold the platform to Google for $1.65 billion. Today, over 1.9 billion people log into YouTube every month, consuming over 1 billion hours of YouTube every day. YouTube, although it has many similarities to other social media platforms like gaining subscribers, promoting your content, and engagement, it's also very different from how your content is consumed over time. Unlike Facebook or Instagram and most other social media platforms, YouTube users search for content on the platform for specific subjects. When you publish helpful or entertaining content, it receives more and more views over time. That content compounds and becomes a valuable asset for your business. As an agent, this is a good strategy because you can invest your time producing content instead of chasing down prospects that don't know, like, or trust you. Now, with a good strategy, your channel can attract consistent sources of traffic for your business. This traffic will look at you as a subject matter expert, which will lead to higher conversions and more consistency and predictability. One of the best ways to get a good content marketing strategy is by modeling other agents' channels. Remember to model a channel that is targeting the same clients you're going to target. So if you're looking to coach agents, model somebody that's coaching agents. And if you're looking to sell more homes, then make sure you model someone who's creating content for both the homeowner and the home buyer. Now, a couple of real estate agents I recommend checking out are two of my business partners, Jesse and Jackson. They have a channel called Living in Portland. Also, another partner is Chauncey Pham's channel. Finally, check out a couple of my buddies who actually have crushed it by building a channel really fast, Levi Lassick and Jimmy Webb. Their channel is Living in Dallas. Now, you'll notice on all of these channels, these real estate agents, they're answering questions that the home buyers and sellers are asking in their respective markets. Next up, you'll need a good content publishing plan. Now, a good content publishing plan is going to be determined by a few things. One is, what type of content are you going to publish? Like how-to videos, product reviews, vlog style, and then which days and times you're going to upload and publish those videos. Also, the frequency that you're going to publish every single week. Consistency is the key here. You want your subscribers to think of you when they think of real estate. Every time you publish a video, they're going to get notified if they have their notifications turned on. Every video serves as an impression, even if they don't watch the video. Also, YouTube prioritizes channels that publish content at the same time. Plus, your subscribers begin to learn when your new videos are going to be dropping so they can tune in. I find 1 or 2 videos per week is a good number. The good news is YouTube helps its creators be successful by offering them training, and one resource that you can check into is the YouTube Creator Academy. It will literally walk you through how to keep your channel fresh with new videos and playlists. The goal here is to have a plan. You need to focus on the publishing, the production, and the promoting of your videos. And these types of high leverage revenue activities are things that I think you need to make sure end up in your calendar. I operate from the belief that every minute I invest into planning and organizing saves me 10 minutes in execution. You're going to need to set up your channel's name as well. Now, keep in mind to keep it short, 2 to 3 words long. You're going to want your audience to be able to remember the name of your channel. Now, what we're doing when we're naming our channel, think about it. It's just a branding strategy. Now, the obvious answer is to use your own name, like, for example, maybe a Tony Robbins or Gary Vaynerchuk or Charlene Johnson. You can also niche your name down to a more specific in alignment with the topics you cover. So for agents, you might actually use the words like real estate or maybe the name of the market you serve. So and as an example, where I'm from, Frisco, it could be Frisco Real Estate or moving to Frisco. Using your name helps build your personal brand, and this gives you more flexibility with the content, and again, could help you build a bigger audience as an entrepreneur. You can always optimize your video with the keywords, so using them in your title is not always necessary, yet there's definitely pros and cons that I can see in both. The more clear you are on the goal you're trying to accomplish, the easier it is going to be to nail down your brand. Now, next up is the About Us page, and this page is important because it lets people know about you before they subscribe. The information here shows up in the search results, so it helps people find you better. The first two sentences are very important because YouTube will show those in different forms of a hover card in a few different places on YouTube. Now, most notably is going to be the comment section. It shows up on the suggested channel section on someone else's channel. Plus, it's what's going to show up in the snippet text when your videos show up in the search results on YouTube. Now, a couple of things to consider when making the first two sentences is call out your audience. This is where you want to pitch the value of your channel. You also want to describe what your channel is all about, and it needs to communicate to someone else what they can expect if they subscribe to your channel. And another tip is you can put your schedule here. This way your audience knows when they can expect new content. And another tip is use keywords that are relevant to your channel and the content you create. Don't force the keywords. Your goal should be to use them like you're in normal conversation or like if you were writing to someone. Once you've written your About Us page, take the time to go to Hemingway's editor. It will let you know the readability of your copy, and your goal is to get it to read at a 4th grade level. You don't want to be too fancy pants here on the copy. Next is your header image. YouTube is a visual platform, and your header is going to be the first thing that people see when they come to your channel. Now, a good header, it's going to say exactly what your channel is about. You want it to be simple and straightforward. The header is going to be like any other branding opportunity. If you are the brand, then make sure there's a picture of yourself because it's going to get a lot more engagement. You can find templates to help you produce channel art. This is something you can do yourself by using something like Canva or Photoshop. And if that's not your thing, you can easily outsource someone else doing your art. I like to use a call to action in my header. You can do this as well. You can use it by adding a link, but remember, it's going to only show up on computers. It won't show up on tablets or cell phones. Next, we're going to get to your channel trailer and description. Your trailer needs to clearly articulate what your channel is all about. Now, your trailer is like a pitch video for the value you offer. Remember, your trailer is for your non-subscribers, and people who subscribe to your channel will not see your trailer. So start with the qualifying question like, are you trying to do XYZ? Or do you like XYZ? Your trailer is an opportunity to introduce yourself and build credibility. And a great way to do this is to not just show, but also tell. So include some strong B-roll that gives your audience a visual representation of the value they're going to receive from your channel. Now, you want to include your value proposition, but remember, your trailer is going to be around 60 seconds at 2 minutes most. So all of this is going to happen very quickly. The trailer is going to answer the question of, what are you going to do for your audience? Now, a good trailer is also going to address why you're doing it. Finally, like with all great marketing, you want to include a clear call to action. Now, one mistake most beginners are going to make is overanalyzing and worrying too much about the camera gear. I've invested more than 6 figures into equipment myself, and the good news is today, shooting on most new iPhones or Androids or really just a smartphone, you can actually get cinema quality video. Now, 2 great apps that I'm going to recommend you use is Cinemic Pro and check into the teleprompter app. 2 things you're going to want to focus on is audio and lighting. Now, we made a complete gear list that we recommend for both beginners and more advanced studio type video shoots. If you'd like a copy, I'll include a link into the description. Speaking of like, if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button. Now, the first step to building your channel is by creating videos that show up in the search results. And now to do this, you need to identify the best keywords. Typically for a local real estate agent, you're going to do this by focusing on keywords that include the city name and key phrases. The good news is there's a lot of tools out there that can help you nail your keywords. The number one tool that I recommend is a tool called TubeBuddy. They have a free version. They also have a paid version. All you have to do is, in this tool, is type a specific word or a phrase that you're trying to make your videos rank for, and TubeBuddy will actually let you know what the score is and the probability of ranking for those keywords based upon your channel's specifications. It will also show you other ways that people might be searching for the same thing, and this process will help you spawn new ideas for videos that you can do research on for the future. Now, another great tool is Morning Fame. Now, Morning Fame is a really cool tool because it has a feature where they actually walk you through the process of optimizing your video for search. All you have to do is put the topic that you want to rank for, and then they're going to show you the common and uncommon keywords based upon the topic. They'll also show you where you can benefit the most in terms of like subscriber views, interactions, and of course relevancy, which is one of the main things that helps you rank inside of YouTube. So now that you've done your research, you set up your channel, and you've created at least the keywords to create videos, it's time to start creating videos. One framework I like to use is the hook, then introduce your core content, then end with an offer or call to action. Now the hook is the most important, and it's about 15 seconds of your video. You want to hook the viewer that just clicked on your video, and remember your thumbnail should have a visual hook and needs to be congruent with the hook that's going to open up your video. Always let them know what they can expect after watching your entire video, then transition into your core content. This will be the bulk of your video, and for beginners, you're going to want to keep this around, I don't know, maybe 7 to 12 minutes. And like any great presentation, or maybe if you've ever written a chapter in a book, I like to create an outline, which helps me stay on topic and not become too long-winded. Now, one thing I want to point out is my videos, I might use an outline, but that's going to be different than a script. Now, you may consider a script. It will help you finalize all your thoughts, and you'll come off way more prepared on video. The final thing you're going to want in your video is an offer or a closing call to action. And one example is to remind the viewer to comment and subscribe or like your video. Now, it can also include an external call to action, like setting up a Zoom buyer or seller consultation, or maybe even calling you for more information. Once your video is recorded, you may need to do some slide editing. Now, there are both free and paid programs available to edit your videos. In fact, you can actually edit your videos inside of YouTube. Personally, editing is something I like to outsource, and it's something that you should consider in the future, especially if you're going to be producing a lot of videos. When I do edit, I like to use iMovie, Final Cut Pro, and there's other great solutions like DaVinci, Resolve. You can even use tools like Camtasia. Learning the basic editing skills like cutting, splicing clips together, or maybe adding a short trailer to the beginning of a video, or adding a transition in the text in your video, those are relatively simple. Publishing is literally as easy as drag and drop. But just remember, uploading videos to YouTube can be fast or it can be slow depending on your internet connection. Some of you are going to need to be patient. The process should be easy if you have everything ready, like your title, your description, and your thumbnail. Now, when I upload a video, I initially do this with the unlisted visibility, which means that my video is actually on YouTube servers, but the only people that can see it is myself and anyone that I share the link with directly. And this gives me a little bit of flexibility to do the important things, like putting on my tags, nailing down my title, maybe scripting a little bit more in my description, and then working on my thumbnail. And we'll touch on all of that a little bit later. Remember, tags help YouTube know what your video's about, so it can share it with other relevant audiences searching for content your video covers. I like to use TubeBuddy for my tagging. Again, I'll put a link to TubeBuddy down in the description. The good news is when you get your process down, YouTube's going to offer you some awesome time savers like upload defaults. I highly recommend nailing down a description template. This is where you're going to be able to link to all of your offers and your additional call to actions. All right, next up is your title. One thing I want to point out here is that a lot of success on YouTube is going to be both on the combination of a good title with a great thumbnail. So let's start with your title. When you start your channel, you'll do a whole lot better if you're answering the questions that your audience is asking. So in order to do that, you have to do the keyword research. Now, we've discussed how to do that briefly. However, another thing you can do is simply ask YouTube. YouTube is the second largest search engine, and its job is to give users relevant data. So by typing in potential keywords into the search bar on YouTube, it will allow you to see other variations of the search on YouTube search engine. Now, you really want to know what your keywords are before you ever shoot a video. So assuming you already know that information, you want to make sure the phrase is in your title and keep your keywords near the front of your title. The second important element in your title is going to be your hook. Keep your titles linked to around 70 characters. Finally, it's time to nail down your description. This should be 200 to 300 words. I like for the first couple of sentences to contain my keywords and also the title I used. Your goal here is to be brief and give an overview of the video. You can offer a checklist, any deliverables promised in the video, maybe a newsletter or a link to your calendar so they can speak with you. You can even break your video down into timestamps if it's a long video, and also you can link to a playlist of other videos you have that you think someone might want to watch. You might consider using hashtags in your description. Now, hashtags can help people find your content. A hashtag is a word or a phrase preceded by a hashtag to help identify a keyword or a topic that people can search. So adding hashtags inside your description will help you get more people to watch your videos, and a hashtag allows people to click and be linked to more content. So you want to make sure that you're using hashtags. Now, don't use more than 15. However, only 3 will show up above your title. I recommend using the best 3 that you have that are relevant to your video. I like to promote my videos to my email list and my social media followings as soon as it's released. Now, the goal here is to get your content to as many people as possible in the first 48 hours. You want to ask them to help you out by liking the video, leaving a comment, or watching all the way through the video if they have time. Liking the video, comments, and how long people watch your video are 3 important metrics. This is how YouTube tracks engagement. If people are engaging with your video, YouTube will send it to more users on the platform. This allows you to get way more organic views in the future. One thing I want to note is that you want to make sure you respond to comments in a timely manner. This is going to help your video and your channel both rank into the future. YouTube makes it really easy to monitor this sort of stuff inside of their Studio Analytics dashboard. Everything from click-through rates, initial video retention. I like to see around 5 to 8%, but anything above 4 and you're doing all right. 9 to 10, amazing. Initial retention by keeping people watching your video past 1 minute is extremely important. I like to shoot for around 75% of the viewers to make it past the first minute mark. If you're not regularly hitting that on your videos, you may want to look into your hook and your intro and do something completely different and get them to watch longer into the video. Overall retention is important as well. Now, overall retention will let you know how many viewers make it to the end of your video. This will also impact your video's ranking inside of YouTube's algorithm. I like to shoot for around 35%. Anything above that is great. Less means you need to look into shortening your videos. Now, you're going to need to have published a few videos until you take any of the analytics too seriously. There you have it, everything you need to know to get your channel up and running and also create high quality content that gains users organically through YouTube search. Also, check out TubeBuddy. It alone is helping me take my channel from just a bunch of videos on YouTube to what it is today. I receive hundreds and thousands of views on my channel organically, and it's all because of TubeBuddy helping me identify opportunist keywords that push my videos to the top of the search pages. If you like this video, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel right now just by clicking on the subscribe button below. Also, you can give it a thumbs up and you can give it a like as well because it's going to help my video get in front of other real estate agents that want to grow their business. Finally, if you've not taken my free online class on the easy way to get closings fast by implementing what's working now, then head on over to listingclass.com. It's a free class that literally stays up to date on what funnels we are building and what's working. We share everything, metrics, ad copy, the entire strategy of what's working now. I'll put a link into the description. All right, that's a wrap. Until next time, remember, the best marketer always wins.